Hi, I'm Greg Kaiser, founder of Management Mastery. Our mission is to equip managers with the skills to achieve results and create value. This video launches a series focused on building foundational management skills to help you excel. Becoming a skilled manager is the first step in becoming a great leader. Our videos will follow a simple format: a model to memorize and revisit, a question to distinguish yourself in meetings, a book that defines a core concept, and a story to clarify complex or unfamiliar ideas. We keep things simple because simple works. Today we're going to explore a critical building block: understanding your organization's internal environment through the lens of types of management. This concept is vital because it shapes how executives interact, with whom they interact, and how they make decisions. You might be wondering, why should I listen to you on this subject? Fair question. I started my business career in a mailroom, back when mailrooms were a thing, and I worked my way up to Chief Operating Officer. I have hands-on experience in all three types of management. Now, here's a weird credential. I asked Grok for books on types of management, and it recommended one book: The Functions of the Executive by Chester Bernard, written in 1938. I own a copy of this book, and no, I'm not that old. I am a bit of a business book nerd and a collector. Grok's single suggestion confirms how rarely types of management are discussed, making this knowledge a unique advantage. Grok's response also confirms why this is worth your attention. Let's dive into the model. A pyramid divided into three distinct slices, each representing a type of management. This framework helps you think like an executive. This is how executives understand how organizations operate and how roles fit together. Context matters, and executives always keep the big picture in mind. It's never too soon to start thinking like an executive. That's how you get to be an executive. Let's break it down. Executive management, yellow, top slice. Focus, strategy development, vision, long-term goals, and deployment. Executives set the organization's direction, focusing on where it's headed and how to get there. They align resources and priorities to achieve big picture objectives. Administrative management, blue, middle slice. Focus, policy formation, compliance, infrastructure management, and support operations. When looking at administrative management, you might be thinking, well, those things don't sound that interesting. Think about this scenario for just a second. Imagine arriving at work to find that your computer is offline, your cloud files are gone, and the communication apps you use are unavailable. Pure chaos. Administrative management ensures systems and processes run smoothly. It's vital. Some of you might be thinking, oh, policies and procedures, nobody likes those. I've worked in organizations without them. It's 100% chaos. The longer you're in leadership, the more you appreciate administrative management's role in keeping things together. Operational management, green, bottom slice. Focus, executing plans, creating economic value, and driving efficiency. This is where economic value creation happens. This group executes plans. They also put their own plans together, and they drive efficiency. Now, you may be thinking, well, certainly the executive and the administrative management functions also create economic value. Unless you're McKinsey or some other big consulting firm selling strategy work, organizations don't sell their strategies. They go out and they execute against their strategies. Businesses sell products and services that support the strategy. The pyramid illustrates how strategy cascades from the top down through the organization. Ask yourself, is this happening in my organization? At this point, you might be thinking, well, this sounds like some old-timey top-down structure. Good catch. Equally important are the feedback loops connecting all three levels. These loops emphasize the critical role of communication in ensuring alignment and success. Management Mastery has a course devoted to communications, business communications specifically. Well, Greg, all that's nice. You went through a whole bunch of information, but the real question is, how am I going to put my new knowledge to work? Good question. Here's one of the ways we talked about during the intro. Here's a powerful question to ask in meetings. Who's the right person to develop a communication plan that ensures we're all connecting all three types of management? That question shows you understand the importance of aligning executive, administrative, and operational efforts. It's rare for someone to ask this question, so you'll immediately set yourself apart as a strategic thinker. Pro tip, if your organization is a reasonable size, there is somebody who's trained in communications. Go and meet that person, tell them what you want to do, and then let them tell you what works. That's their job, and they're good at it. Here's a second way to use this information: stories. Stories make abstract ideas concrete. Here are two examples to help you explain the importance of types of management. General Electric, GE, under Jack Welch. From 1981 to 2000, GE's market value increased from $12 billion to $400 billion. Welch separated his management teams into setting strategy, that's the yellow piece of our triangle, building systems, that's the administrative part of the triangle, and executing tasks, the green, operational part of the triangle. Welch didn't just theorize. He established the Crotonville Institute to train managers specifically for their roles within this framework. This story is a staple in business school case studies. People are familiar with it. Let's look at a second example. Tesla under Elon Musk. Executive level, Musk, a visionary, sets Tesla's strategic direction. Musk is unique. At the administrative level in Tesla, this is called systems and processes. It's a competitive advantage. The administrative teams train the operational staff to use the advanced systems and processes. Now let's go to the operational level. Tesla calls this day-to-day execution. Factory managers and line supervisors handle day-to-day execution. Tesla keeps these roles clear. They don't do anything to muddy up the picture. A related anecdote, during a consulting engagement, I asked about a company's ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning system. They had Sage, but they didn't use it, relying on Excel instead. I love Excel, but it's not an enterprise system. This is a classic failure to execute, buying a system without training staff to use it. Executives hate failure to execute, and it's more common than you'd expect. I mentioned our recommended book, The Functions of the Executive by Chester Bernard. This is a foundational text that explores how organizations function through the different management roles. I might be the only person here who's read it, but it's a great resource for understanding the types of management. Now for the key takeaways. Model. The three types of management, executive, administrative, and operational, form a pyramid where strategy flows down and feedback loops connect all the levels. Question. Pick your spot in a meeting and ask, who's going to create a communication plan that aligns all the management types? It's a chance to demonstrate executive thinking. Stories. Use GE and Tesla to show how clear management roles drive success. So what are our next steps? Well, here's how we can connect. If this video is helpful, please share it and subscribe for more content. You can connect with Management Mastery. My email is in the middle of the page. In the lower left-hand corner, there's a QR code that takes you to our Management Mastery LinkedIn page. We regularly post content. In the lower right-hand corner, there's a QR code that takes you to the Management Mastery website. You can schedule a discovery call and access some free downloadable tools. We look forward to helping you build solutions. Have fun, and we'll see you here for the next episode.